Hi friends, Amy here. Now in this lesson, your students are going to now look at using the algorithm to subtract. We're not going to be regrouping, just requiring straight subtraction. Okay, so we're still working with the same standard here, number sense and operation 2. We're focusing on that subtracting multi-digit whole numbers. We're building an understanding of division because we know division is repeated subtraction. The benchmark 2.1. Subtracting multi-digit whole numbers. Now we're using the standard algorithm so that we build them towards procedural fluency. Of course, these are Florida bench standards, so if you're in another state, it'll be a little bit different. All right, so we can use the algorithm to subtract. We subtract the digits by place value. This is the important thing we know to stress to students, that we always start with the ones place, move to the left. Now, whenever we don't have regrouping involved, it wouldn't matter, but when regrouping is involved, it does matter. So, and just like we talked about with addition, try to encourage the use as you're reading these and as you're teaching it of using place value language. Like instead of saying, all right, we just start by subtracting the numbers. 9 minus 5 is 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. 8 minus 6 is 2. Students, place value is one of those things. We really need to build that deep understanding of place value. So whenever we're doing this, it's an opportunity to just reinforce place value. Instead of saying 4 minus 2 is 2, we say, well, we're subtracting 4 tens minus 2 tens. That's 40 minus 20, which is 20. Where do we see the 20 over here? We see that 210. We're subtracting 800 minus 600 to get 200s. 5,000s minus 2,000s to get 3,000s. So in the student version of this, we looked at using Polypad. I've got some other videos about that. Great manipulative to virtual manipulative that's free. And so we looked at using base 10 blocks. In the parent version, we looked at using exploding dots. But the one that is the most abstract on Polypad is number cards, and it really does help make this connection to the standard algorithm, especially in the next lesson when we get into regrouping. So let's just still go ahead and look at that. So you will find the number cards. It's here under numbers and then right here under cards. All right, so we can build our own number card. So we can build it with these numbers. We have 5,849. So I hit 900. 5,849. I built that number, so I'll drag it over here. And then we are subtracting. I'm going to build another number here because we're subtracting 2,625. All right, so we'll drag that underneath. All right. So we're going to set this up to look like a subtraction problem here. All right, now the cool thing about these number cards, I'm going to select this and I'm going to copy them and move it over here, is that, look, we can click on one and split and it decomposes it by place value. Hit on this one, split, decomposes by place value. So you can see how this can really help them make that connection to the standard algorithm. Because now we can look and say, okay, well, 9 ones minus 5 ones is 4 ones. So we could put a 4 right here. 40 minus 20. Then we can look over here. That's 4 tens minus 2 tens over here. 40 minus 20 is going to be 20. I'll have to build that number because we don't have it. Oh, my apologies. I hit a wrong button, and it made it jump out. So I built the 20. So that's 20. 800 minus 600 is 200. I'll have to build that number. So we'll drag over the 200, and then 5,000 minus 2,000 is 3,000. Oh, I didn't mean to click on the 200. All right, is 3,000. All right, and so then we can see that our number, the difference is going to be, we can write that number, 3,224. And so we can drag this right here. Now, it's going to be really, really cool to look at this when we're regrouping, because these number cards will actually let you break them apart and regroup them. But it's just a great tool to help make that connection from the place value to the standard algorithm. All right, last thing, I know I often mention these math language routines. There's a math language routine 5, co-craft questions and problems, where students take a provided math answer to create a problem that could result in the answer, or use a given context to create a problem that can be answered using that context. So this is a great opportunity to use this language routine. It does several things. It really helps students think about math in the context. It helps you find out some things they're interested in, so give them an answer. I probably wouldn't do a 4-digit, I'd probably do a 3-digit answer. And can you write your own word problem that involves subtraction, where we end up with this particular answer? So a great way to really get students talking about the math. You learn more about some things they're interested in, and just gets it engaging because they get to write their own problem. They might not be really interested in a library with fiction and nonfiction books, but when they can make up their own problem, then there's a different level of interest. All right, friends, thanks so much for joining. We'll see you in the next lesson, where we're going to tackle subtraction with regrouping.